the Moonerade system.
Okay, hello everybody. This is Marceline, aka Mari. Today is the first episode of our movie series we have yet to have a name for. So basically what we're gonna do in this series is talk about movies that we've watched and movies that we want to watch. For the movies that we watched, basically what we're gonna do is do a brief overview of the movie with rating and when it came out, like the year it came out. We'll go over some of the cast members of the movie and, well, if we can think of some of the music that was in the movie, we'll talk a bit about that. And then with well, that part will be the spoiler-free part of the videos, talking about the movies that we've watched. But then, the next part will be like a spoiler-type review type section where we talk about what we think of the movie and stuff like that. Basically, what we think of the movie, as well as the music, if we can think of the music and stuff like that. We're gonna rate the movies we've watched on a scale of 1 to 5 popcorn. 1 popcorn meaning we're probably not going to watch it again. And then 5 popcorn meaning, oh wow, that movie was so awesome, we want to watch it again. Yeah, that's how that's gonna work. And then for movies that we want to see, basically what we'll do is, again, brief overview, like the year that it came out, the rating, the genre, and basically an overview of what the movie is supposed to be about. And we'll talk about, well, we'll talk about the cast a bit too, and that's basically it for that. If we watch a trailer for the movie we want to see, we will express our thoughts on the trailer and what we thought, and then we're not really sure how we're gonna do the ratings for that. I think what we'll do is we'll rate the movies we want to see on a scale from 1 to 5 hearts. 1 heart meaning, we're not too eager to see it. And then 5 hearts meaning, oh wow, that movie sounds really awesome, really exciting, want to watch it as soon as we can. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. And if the movie hasn't released yet, the 5 hearts, if we rate it 5 hearts, that basically means, oh wow, we want to watch it as soon as it hits DVD or something like that, like as soon as it comes out. That's how that's gonna work. So without further ado, we are going to hop into the first episode of this series, and we hope you enjoy. So first episode today, we are talking about Disney Pixar Cars, released in 2006, rated G. This has some voice talents of Owen Wilson as Lightning McQueen, Bonnie Hunt as Sally, Paul Newman as Doc Hudson, Larry the Cable Guy as Mater, And yeah, those are the ones we can see here. Of course, there's a lot more to the cast, but we're not going to go through all of them. Let's see. The music. We're not going to go into too much detail about the music right now, but the two that we can think of are Real Gone by Sheryl Crow and Life is a Highway. Not as a highway. Yeah, Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts. But basically, in Cars, Lightning McQueen is a race car trying to win a piston cup. And basically, throughout the movie, something happens where he ends up in a small town called Radiator Springs. And it's actually a really... Well, yeah, basically, he ends up in Radiator Springs, and he has to get to California for a tiebreaker race. Yeah, basically has to get to California for a race to win the Piston Cup. That's basically a overview that we can give you here. But now we are going to get into some spoiler territory. So if you have not seen Cars, then we definitely recommend you to check it out and come back to this video after you do. But yeah, basically that's what we're gonna do, is get into the spoiler territory now. So, what do we think of Disney Pixar Cars? We actually really like this one. The story of Lightning McQueen trying to race for the Piston Cup, but ending up in Radiator Springs because because Mac falls asleep, like on the way to California. His truck, Mac, falls asleep, and the back door opens where Lightning McQueen is at, and some shenanigans ensue where he tears up the road for Radiator Springs. And so basically after the road shenanigans, he has to fix the road for Radiator Springs before he can get to California for a tiebreaker race against Chick Hicks and the King for the Piston Cup. At first we thought that Lightning McQueen was kind of a what's a family-friendly way to say it? Let's just say he was full of himself at first. Kind of like not very humble. There we go. But then his time at Radiator Springs, it kind of like humbles him and brings him back down to brings him back down. Put it that way. And one of our favorite parts of this movie is when he goes with Mater and they go tractor tipping. That part where Lightning has to find a way to scare the tractors was really funny. And how Mater kept calling him like a chicken and the baby, and he's like, I'm not a baby, and then finally he's like, I'll do something, and then what he does is he uses his engine and it scares all the tractors. But then there was that one part afterward where this Frank, not really sure like what exactly he is, but he comes bursting out chasing Lightning and Mater, and it's just like, whoa. And it's like, drive yo. Yeah, that was kind of a scary part, like, drive Lightning, drive Mater. And thankfully they get back to town safely, but then more shenanigans ensue where Mater's making fun of him for liking Sally, and that's kind of funny. And then I'd say another one of our favorite parts is when Lightning helps out the town. Like, he gets tires from Luigi and Guido, and then he gets a fresh coat of paint, and he fixes a neon. Yeah, it's really nice of him to do that. Oh, and we can't leave out that drive he had with Sally. That was really fun, watching them just drive, and that driving scene was so amazing. Especially like when he goes underneath this tunnel, and outside the tunnel there's just this beautiful waterfall, just breathtaking scenery. We love that. Yeah, and one thing we really like about this movie towards the end was Lightning gives up the Piston Cup and lets Chick Hicks win the Piston Cup because of his time at Radiator Springs, and he decides to help the king finish his last race, which was really sweet. And then Mater's helicopter ride was really funny, like woohoo! That was funny. And then there's some really fun like after scenes, which is really cool. The songs that we mentioned earlier, Real Gone and Life is a Highway. First we'll start with Real Gone by Sheryl Crow. That was a really good opening song. Like, when, like, after Mac knocks on the trailer to ask Lightning if he's ready, and he's like, Lightning's ready, and then the trailer comes down and the music kicks in. Like, we're thinking, ooh, what kind of song is this gonna be? And then we're watching the opening montage, and it's just like, oh, that did not have to slap so hard, I tell you. Like when they open with that song, and we were like, whoa, that's an awesome opening. That was just like stunning. And then the next song in Cars that we're gonna talk about is Life is a Highway. Basically that song kicks in when Lightning and Mac are on the way to California. And that's like the montage of the beautiful scenery as Mac and Lightning are heading to California, and the song just playing over it. Amazing. And to be honest, after the song, after the song faded out, when Lightning was talking to his agent, we were like, aw, play that song again. Like, we're always, when we're watching Cars and we hear that part where it fades out and Lightning is talking to his agent, it's like, aw, rewind it and play that song again. Just because that song is a really good one. Can't really remember the lyrics at the moment, but we're always singing, life is a highway. We just love that song because it's just like a really good road song. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we really like the music in this one too. Oh my goodness, how did I forget to mention the opening shenanigans that ensue in the movie? So basically, during the opening scenes, Lightning is like, no tires, just gas, and they're like, you need tires, you idiot. And well, they were proven right because, oh my goodness, so many funny shenanigans ensue during that race. And then there's also this one part where Lightning has to get through a bunch of cars to catch up, and he's literally like, he jumps on the cars and he starts flying through the air, and his tongue sticks out too. He's like, and they're like, ah, Lightning. Oh, that's funny. That's a really fun scene too. The opening montage is just, ooh. But yeah, that's Cars for you. All in all, we really enjoy Cars. It's definitely a classic. The music is great. No, the music is awesome. The story, loved it. Love it, yep. And then the cast is just amazing. The saddest part when Doc calls the media to have Lightning taken, it was just a bit sad. It was sad finding out that it was actually Doc who called. Like, when they were like, hey, are you Doc Hudson? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, thanks for the call. It was just jaw-dropping, like, he called them? And then and then Sally comes up and is like, you called them? And he's like, it's best for everyone, Sally. And she's like, best for everyone? Or best for you? And it's like, hearing the sadness in her voice is like, oh, feel that, like, that is so sad. And then on top of it, when Mater's like, I didn't get to say goodbye to him. That just made us tear up, like, oh no, he didn't get to say goodbye to his best friend. That's sad. But then, like, what he does in the next scene with the race kind of, well, in our minds, the next scene, like, when he got there to be his crew chief and all that was good too. The pace where Guido changes Lightning's tires in that scene is just like jaw-dropping. Like at first, Chick Hicks' team is like making fun of Guido, like, the those are tires and they go under the car. Or like, hey Tiny, are you gonna clean his windshield? It's like, oh my goodness. And then the next thing you know, Guido changes Lightning's tires like so quick, and they're like literally they're very shocked, and then Guido's like, pit stop, and the last one just boom. That was really funny. But enough about Cars. We think you guys get the picture. Yeah, think you got the picture of this amazing classic. Again, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Look for it and check it out, because amazing cast, amazing story, amazing music, masterpiece. We almost forgot about the popcorn scale, but we haven't. On a popcorn scale of 1 to 5, we will have to put Cars at a 5 on the popcorn scale, just because, like we said before, it's an absolute classic with great music, great cast, great story, great everything. We could watch Cars any day. Like, if we're just here bored at home, like, what do we want to watch? Like, we can just grab Cars off our shelf here and just pop it on and be like, woo, having fun watching this. Like, literally, Cars for us really takes the boredom out of the day, because it's just an absolute masterpiece. Thank you all for watching this first episode of this movie series we're finally getting around to. If you have any movies suggestions, let us know. But the one thing about this series is we will not be covering horror movies. Yeah, we will not be covering horror because we do not watch horror content. Yeah, that's the main thing for this series. If you have any thoughts on Cars, let us know down in the comments below. And also, we're thinking about doing something similar on our blog. Maybe doing like a movie review type blog. So let us know if you'd be interested in that. But with all that said and done, this is where we're gonna end the video. So I hope you all are having a wonderful 2025 so far. So far it's been mellow and just quiet. But yeah. Alright everybody, with cheers and love, remember to stay positive, stay safe, embrace all the positive moments you get in life, yada yada yada. And we'll see you in another video. Bye now.
Thank you for watching the first episode of our movie series. Hope you enjoyed the video.